the Aramaic Bible in English, Genesis chapter 40. And it came to pass after these things that the chief butler of the king of Egypt and the chief baker had offended their lord, the king of Egypt. And Pharaoh was wroth against the two of his officers, against the chief of butlers, and against the chief of bakers. And he put them into the prison in the house of the commander of the guard in the ward where Joseph was bound. And the commander of the guard charged Joseph with them, and he served them. And they remained for some time in the prison. And they both dreamed, each man his own dream, in the same night, each man according to the interpretation of his dream, the butler and the baker of the king of Egypt, who were bound in the prison. And Joseph came into them in the morning and saw them, and behold, they were sad. So he asked Pharaoh's officers, who were with him in the prison of his master's house, saying, "Why do you look so sad today?" And they said to him, "We have dreamed a dream, and there is no one to interpret it." And Joseph said to them, "Behold, the interpretations belong to God. Tell them to me." Then the chief butler told his dream to Joseph and said to him, "In my dream, behold, a vine was before me, and in the vine were 3 branches. And when it budded, its blossoms shot forth, and the clusters thereof brought forth ripe grapes. And the Pharaoh's cup was in my hand, and I took the grapes, and I pressed them into Pharaoh's cup, and I gave the cup into Pharaoh's hands." And Joseph said to him, "This is the interpretation of your dream. The 3 branches are 3 days. After 3 days, Pharaoh shall remember you and restore you to your position, and you shall give Pharaoh's cup into his hand, as you did before when you were his butler. But remember me when it shall be well with you, to do me a favor and justice, and make mention of me in the presence of Pharaoh, and bring me out of this prison house. For indeed I was stolen away out of the hand of the Hebrews, and here also I have done nothing that they should put me into the prison." And the chief baker saw the interpretation was good. He said to Joseph, "I also saw in my dream, and behold, I had 3 baskets containing white bread on my head, and in the uppermost basket was of every kind of food for Pharaoh, prepared by a baker, and the birds of prey were eating it out of the basket on my head." And Joseph answered and said to him, "This is the interpretation of your dream. The 3 baskets are 3 days. After 3 days, Pharaoh shall have you beheaded, and then he shall crucify you on a tree, and the birds of prey shall eat of your flesh from off of you." And it came to pass on the 3rd day, which was Pharaoh's birthday, that he had made a banquet for all his servants, and he remembered the chief butler and the chief baker among his servants. And he restored the chief butler to his position, and he gave the cup into Pharaoh's hands. But he crucified the chief baker, as Joseph has interpreted to them. Yet the chief butler did not remember Joseph, but forgot him.